Okay, welcome back to One Piece Anime Re-Review, episode number 55. This one's discussing the last 4 episodes of this batch of new dub episode release for One Piece. We're basically continuing the Zou arc, but this one we're covering episodes 767 to 770. Now, you might be asking, and a new character is this one? This one, surprisingly, only one. Yes, there's also a revelation with this one, too. Well, there's also the first mention of a character. Yes, first mention, one mention. Okay, now, the new character we introduced here is Renzo of the Mist, the ninja. Yes, this character is basically a big, humongous homage to Naruto. In the sub, he is voiced by the sub actor for my guy from Naruto. And surprisingly, I don't. Here's the strange thing, though. I have not heard. I'm trying to look up online. There's no credit exactly who his English dub actor is. So, we first start off with basically, well, Kanjuro and Kinemon when they're arriving at the thing, and of course Cat Favorite Dogstorm, where they're basically being summoned to the city because the ape basically says, "Oh, you have visitors." It's basically 2 samurai, and it looks like though that Cat Favorite and Dogstorm are about to fight each other. Is like, "Oh, I heard you lost a leg. I heard you lost an arm. I was hoping to take your life and sell you a leg." It looked like they're about to fight, and then Kinemon shows up and says, "I am Kinemon, a retainer for Kuzuki, samurai from the land of Wano from the Kizuki clan." And then, of course, everyone thinks they're about to kill each other, because of the stuff with Jack. And nope, Cat Favorite Dogstorm just sit down and basically welcome their friend because they know each other. And of course, to prove the fact Kinemon's from the clan, he removes the top part of his Komodo to reveal the tattoo on his back. Yep. This is actually the first time that particular symbol is seen in the series. As far as I can tell, I don't think it popped up before prior to this. They do explain the backstory behind the clan in these episodes. So they reveal, after basically lying the whole time, says, "Oh yeah, Renzo's not here." Turns out he actually is there, despite the fact that they had got injured, and only has lost limbs. So then they proceed to go see Renzo. And he's inside of the giant whale statue, which, of course, the only interesting thing is be a hidden door. Even if they found the place, they basically only get apparently you have to be like one of the guardians, because basically the room this is in is heavily protected by the guardians and the dukedom. They go downstairs and they meet Raizo. Of course, they mention he's a ninja, and they're so disappointed when they get a chance to meet him because of the fact he's got a big head. Yep. Of course, he jokes that he can't get a date from Kanochi, which I found to be so hilarious, given the fact that my guy is basically, like, if I remember correctly, in the Naruto series, despite the fact he himself never found a woman at all, like, he had this thing where he claimed, like, "Oh yeah, all about youth and the fact that basically how handsome he is." He first knows the handsome blue devil for the Hidden Lake Village. Not the case of Renzo. No, not him. I mean, his face looks very similar to my guy, and there's a bunch of references to Naruto in here, like the fact he's from the Mist, aka the Hidden Mist Village. I mentioned the Shadow Clone Jutsu, the frog, which it's like basically like even the English dub basically was having so much fun with episode 769 with the Naruto references, given the fact that that Oda is basically a friend of Kishimoto. They're basically old colleagues. They know each other for years. And as a matter of fact, the Naruto series ended while One Piece is still going. Yes. As a matter of fact, on the cover of one of the chapters, Naruto himself does make an appearance on one of the covers. Yes, Naruto. You don't see his face, mind you, but you know it's Naruto based on how the outfit looks. Yeah, they cover his face by having him suffer through a pie in the face. They refer to themselves as frenemies, but they're actually just really good friends, from what I've heard. Mm-hmm. And of course, you have Renzo about his ninja moves, and then they show off the thing he was basically chained to. This is referred to as a red poneglyph, a road poneglyph. And the blue poneglyphs have been popping up in the series since Alabasta. There's actually a reason for them. Those are referred to as real poneglyphs. The red ones are red poneglyphs. And the one there in Zou is actually one of 4. Yes, one of 4. 2 of them are with, basically, one's with Kaido in the land of Wano, and one is with Big Mom in the land in Whole Cake. That's basically where it is. Basically, this scene itself, basically this whole line, is basically setting up the next 2 major arcs of the series. Not every per se, but set up the very next one per se, and set up the Wano arc. There's a lot of setup here for the Wano arc. And they do mention the fact that Roger himself basically had found all 4 of these road poneglyphs, and that's how he found Laughing Tail, the final island of the Grand Line. And you have to have all 4 of these point to this particular location, and they have to basically like copy them. They can't exactly steal these damn things. They do bring up the fact they can't steal it because things are huge and they weigh like a ton. So, the best way to basically deal with them is to take some ink and basically like just put a piece of it and just rub it on and get all the lettering on there. Yes, as the Kuzi clan itself and their connection to poneglyphs, they're the ones who actually made the poneglyphs. Yes, though not Momo himself. They revealed that Momo is in fact the heir to the Kuzi clan, and Kinemon is not his father. They revealed this back in Punk Hazard. They were father and son. And it turns out, nope, that was actually a lie. Just like the whole thing with Renzo. Yep. So he's retainer. Referred to as, it was like, why is he calling his own son Lord? Because he really is a Lord. Of course, they'll explain the whole thing with Daimyos. Not just yet, per se. They explained that in the last they explained those in the final episodes of this arc, which, by the way, we're actually almost done. You're like, really? We're already almost done? This arc? Yeah, this arc is not very long. If you're curious, though, how long this arc is, it is approximately... the amount of episodes for the Zoo Island arc. It is exactly 29 episodes. Yep, 29. And we're actually almost done. You're like, really? Almost done already? Given the fact Dressrosa as long as it was. Yeah, it's good that the fact this one was actually... The anime is only like slightly longer than the manga. By only about 6 chapters. 6 episodes. Yes. Though the final episode, they do reveal that Jack is alive, despite him apparently being dead. And apparently fought some admirals. And these admirals he fought were the ones that basically show up in Dressrosa. I think it was like Fuji. I think it was like the former Grand Admiral, who's the Inspector General. Basically, some of the big heavy hitters basically showed this one, and it looks like they're about to fight, and then we come back to present day. Turns out it was just a dream by Jack, because of the fact this happened in the past. Yep. Let's see what else. Basically, in a way, we're just planting the seeds for the Wano arc, and not much per se for Whole Cake just yet, but. Yeah, we're getting some setup for... Well, they do mention they have to go to Whole Cake anyway to get Sanji, and then go to Wano. Yes, that's basically set up here anyway, so you can kind of say that these hit episodes are basically just a ton of setup for the very next arc of the series. Well, it's not a direct arc in the anime per se, but it's definitely a lot of setup for Whole Cake. because basically after this arc wraps up in episode 79, we have a three-parter known as Marine Rookie, which at the time was the last anime original story arc until the Carbon King story arc that happened during Wano. Yep. But great episodes. And overall, in this set of double episodes, we're only introduced a handful of new characters. I like a Dress Soldier, which was a lot. I mean, these following characters are introduced in this set of episodes. Overall, Cat Vapor, Milky. Let's see, what else? Oh, Renzo. Oh, there's also the first mention of the character of Odin, Momo's father. Yep. This was actually his first mention in the series, because they never brought him up prior to this. They do explore him a little bit later. As a matter of fact, Wano, the reason why it's as long as, let's say, similar to Whole Cake, because there's a ton of flashbacks. Now, the only flashback that was basically stuff is explore between like what happened, to explain the stuff that happened in the island, because basically you would seem that like not a lot of action happens in this arc. But the best way to describe this arc is that it's a lot of setup for the very next arc of the series, Whole Cake. That's the best way to describe this arc. And that's definitely true. It definitely is. But it's also set up for Wano. So, 2 of the next 3 arcs are set up in this very arc here. Reverie is not set up in this very arc itself. Reverie was something they've been building ever since the time, actually since before the time skip. Yep. But yeah, that's particularly it for this review. And let's give it a video tonight. So tomorrow, when I get a chance to do them, it'll be reviews for probably several videos. At least one I can think of, and that'll be for That Time of Recurrence of Slime. But Friday, expect to see reviews for Afria, The Case Study of Vanatos, and Shaman King. So overall, at least 3 videos Friday. Okay? Probably 4, because probably also Time of Recurrence of Slime. Okay, next video. Bye.